So here you are not able to put spaces in the name column, whereas you can mention the proper name of the variables using spaces here in the label. That is what a label column is for. So here again, let us give the name of the variable, that is gender, and in the next one you can write age, or you can write age of respondents by putting spaces and all. Okay, here you can see the next one, nature of employment, we have spaces, how many total years of experience, there also we have spaces. So proper labeling should be done here, not in the name column, but the proper label should be given here in the label column, putting spaces and all. Okay, so that is one another column which we need to be bothered about. And the next is about values. So here in the gender column, we have already done, we have coded the data as 1 for male and 2 for female. So again, we should mention it here, 1 for male, add, and 2 for female. That is how we have coded the data. Okay, earlier in the Excel sheet. So here also we should mention it here and then just add it. So you can see it will be given here. Okay, so for age also, for age wise categories, 20 to 40 first group, and then 31 to 40, 20 to 30 first group, 31 to 40 second group. That also you should be you should mention it here. Nature of employment, all other data needs to be mentioned like that. You should give proper values. Now I will show you one another example of how to name the value, or how to give values for the questions, that is for the statements in the scale. So here from 8th question onwards my statement begins. So let us do one example here for 1, value 1 given for strongly disagree. Okay, this is how we have coded the data, strongly disagree, 2 for disagree, then add 3 for neutral, add 4 for agree, and 5 is a code used for labeling strongly agree. So these need to be mentioned here, it should be added, then give OK. So see, for the question A we have given that value, but for the rest of the question it's not being given, it is a mark like that, none. So it's very easy for us to mark the same thing for the rest of the question. Just right click, copy, and you select the rest of the thing. Just select the entire row, not row, sorry, columns. Select the entire columns, or select the entire questions you need to give the same value, and control V. Okay, just paste it there. So you can see the value appears for the rest of the items also. For the rest of the scale items, or for the rest of the questions also, the same value has been given. When you open the 17th question, for example, when you open it, you can see it, the data has been coded. Okay, so only one needs to be coded, the rest can be done like this by simple copy paste. That is how SPSS is very useful to you. And now in the next column you can see a measure that is given like this, nominal. So when we open this measure, you can find three types of data there, that is scale, ordinal, and nominal data. The scale comprising data in the form of ratio scale or interval scale, and ordinal data and nominal data. Okay, so you know about data, when we use in SPSS, we have actually two forms of data, that is metric data and non-metric data. Metric data means that may be measured using a ratio scale or an interval scale, whereas non-metric data comprises data collected as nominal or ordinal data. So non-metric data comprise data in the form of ordinal and nominal data. Okay, so it can be mentioned, if you need you can mention it here one by one. Here from 8th onwards we know that is a scale being used, so you can edit it here if you need it, but it is not a problem for running the SPSS if you left it like this. Okay, and here in the another column, I take your attention to the next one, another column, type. Here you can see numeric and string given here, numeric and string. Actually, when we want to run an analysis, we want numeric data. Only analysis is possible with numeric data. With string data, string means text, data in the form of text. Analysis is not possible. So Subject of specialization, that in the data view you can see subject of specialization, it's not been coded. Okay, only a few has been coded for a demo, but the rest of has been not coded, social science, mathematics, like that. And place of work also, it's not been coded, so it also appears like text. That is why in the subject of specialization and the place of work, here you can see subject of specialization and place of work, the data type appears to be string, and for all the rest you can have numeric type of data here because all the rest has been coded. So this is how we can run an analysis very easily by transferring data from Excel file itself directly to the SPSS. And one another thing, in the data view, when you click the tab data view, you can have a view about your data you have entered. And if you want to view here the coded data, at the same time you want the data in the text form, you can have it by the value labels. Use this value labels. You have an icon here, A1 marked. When you click this, you can see it appears like this: strongly agree means how it has been responded. And if you want as a coded form, just click it once again, you will have the other type of data. So this is also very easy for us to do. Okay, and you can save this data if you want to work with later. You can save it here itself. It will ask where to save. So here this hands-on SPSS, that is a folder I have opened in my desktop. So if I want to save this file for future use, I can save it like that. SEC, SEC demo. Okay, like that I can save here in the same folder, folder itself. I'm going to save it. Okay, so that's all. Thank you.